In the worst attack since 9/11, it took law enforcement officers 3 hours to end the life of the shooter in this last weekend's terrorist attack in Orlando, Florida. Not to mention where this attack took place, but for some reason, politicians are using this attack and this shooting as a scapegoat and a road for gun control. It did not take very long for Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton to jump out there and say that weapons of war do not belong on our streets. These right here are semi-automatic modern sporting rifles. They may look like they're nasty and mean, but they're not. An AK-47 over here, which is a Stava OPAP. It's an AK-47 variant. And a DPMS A-15, which is an AR-15 variant. Yes, they are clearly an AK-47 or an AR-15 over here, but they are not assault rifles. Assault rifles, by definition, are select fire and fully auto. Semi-auto, one pull, one round at a time. Politicians do not care about your Second Amendment rights, and they want to disarm you and make sure you are not protected when you could be. Now, I do have some different views on the LGBT lifestyle. Not to say I disapprove it. I mean, I want everybody to do what they want to do, as long as they're not pushing it on me. But in this realm, and today, I've always approved of the Second Amendment rights for everybody. Okay? The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, it applies to every legal, law-abiding citizen in the United States. Now, this individual who went to the gay club, who targeted this gay club, he may have been an American citizen, but there's some backstory with him. He's been under investigation since 2013 and questioned twice since 2013 by the FBI. Yet he was cleared to have a security guard license and to purchase 2 firearms recently at a gun store not too far from Orlando, where the ATF cleared him. They didn't flag him or anything. You know, people with very common names get put on delays all the time, yet this individual didn't. His name may not be common, but he's been questioned twice since 2013 by the FBI. People knew that he had connections with ISIS and Islamic terrorists overseas, but for some reason his ex-wife didn't say anything. She said she knew, but she never spoke up. The blood's on her hands too. Now, of the 102 people who were shot and 49 of them killed, how many of them were collateral damage from law enforcement officers, we will never know. But had just one more individual in that bar, or any other location in the United States where there happens to be a shooting, had one of them had a concealed firearm, it could have ended with 1, 2, 5 casualties, including the shooter, instead of 102 shot and 49 dead. Taking these firearms from law-abiding citizens is not the answer. Allowing citizens to carry concealed firearms without reasoning that it fits your agenda is not the answer. Which goes back to California's Ninth Circuit Court, who just a week and a half ago said the right to bear arms does not allow the concealment of firearms. California bans the open carrying of firearms and just said that legal law-abiding citizens of California do not have the right to conceal them with a license. without proper reasoning. Like being a Hollywood star or having, I don't know, somebody have you out on a hit list or something. You never know when somebody is coming out to kill you. I.e. Orlando. I carry 1, if not 2, sidearms at all time. I never know when somebody's out to kill me. You never know when terrorists will attack. You never know when you're going to be robbed. Having a means to defend yourself is the way to do it. I don't care if everybody in that nightclub was there and they're all peace-loving and they don't want to attack somebody. It's kind of ridiculous that not one of them people, except for the security guard, tried to put any force. And I don't even know if the security guard, which was an off-duty law enforcement officer, put any force up against this guy. They all ran and scoured. What you do? You evade, you barricade, and you fight. Run, hide, fight is kind of a funny little stupid saying. My employer even tells us to do it because my employer does not allow me to carry my firearm, and so we have to evade, barricade, and fight. If you're not in the mindset that you want your life in the end, you want to survive an attack, that's your fault. That's not the shooter's fault. If you can't pick up something like this remote, something just is a distraction, and throw it at the person, anything. It doesn't have to be a firearm. If you can't help push back the shooter using your life as collateral to save somebody else's, don't go somewhere where there's a lot of people. Don't blame the firearm. Blame the shooter. Get yourself a firearm. Get yourself training. And if you're against the Second Amendment, open your mind. Talk to those out there who want to help. I don't want to take firearms away. I want them in more hands. I want people to be able to survive anything that may or may not happen. You never know when tyranny will be there. Terrorist attacks like Orlando this last weekend are getting to become more popular. And your government's not there to help you. They're not here to save you. Law enforcement officers are too heavy to carry on your back, and they show up too late. Keep calm and carry on, guys. Stay safe.